Ever been in the presence of greatness? You know, as a baseball fan, and particularly a fan of the Detroit Tigers, I had the distinct opportunity to take a picture with Miguel Cabrera and with Justin Verlander. And I even had both of them sign my game ticket that day. Wow, I was in the presence of greatness. Well, at least in the area of baseball. But you know, in order for me to get that, in order to be in the presence of that greatness, I had to go to a place, a baseball field. I was sitting among thousands of fans, and I had to pay to get in too, and make my way to the area where I could actually be in proximity to these athletes. Now, there was no way that these players were going to go looking for me. And I can tell you with 99% certainty that these two baseball players have already forgotten who I am. Now, why do many of us stand in lines, pay to be at an event, and cheer and clap for people we don't even know? Because there's something about being part of something greater than us, or that we, at least that we consider greater than us. Now let's think about the incarnation. That's just a big word that simply means God becoming flesh, becoming human. The most famous person in the universe, God, actually coming to visit us. Wow, what a privilege. And He blesses us with His presence. We are in awe of His presence. And this is someone we want to be in close proximity to. If we could, even take our picture with Him, get His autograph. And guess what? I didn't have to go. I don't have to go to find Him. He comes to me. We don't have to wait in lines. We don't have to wait and see Him perform or pay an entrance fee. Instead, God Himself comes into our space and makes His presence known. He's not too famous for us. He even knows my name, and He will not forget who I am. In God's presence, we have a sense of security, a sense of hope, and we feel loved, valued, and cherished. We get a sense that God is not in a rush, in a hurry to get to the next thing or to the next person. His presence is with us always. And when you are in the presence of someone you know cares about you, someone who loves you and really wants to know you, you don't want to leave that person's side. Have you ever been around someone like that? Hey, we even want to be on our best behavior because we are inspired to try to imitate that person. During this week's spiritual growth resource, this resource will take you through an experience of presence. So let me ask you, how do you react or respond when you are in the presence of someone you admire? That's a kind of question that you will hear this week. Another question, how do you respond when you are aware of God's presence? Because we all know that God is with us. But what about when we stop to actually think about it? Am I in God's presence right now? What do I do? What do I say? The third question, consider the fact that Jesus actually wants to bring His presence into my presence. Does that mean that I want to run away, or do I want to run towards Him? So this week, on this Christmas week, I hope that you have a blessed time, a blessed experience, going through the different parts of the spiritual growth resource, talking about God's presence.